Buskers, party animals, troublemakers. These are just some of the names that the Baladins have been given, but do these legendary heroes have what it takes to fulfill the sacred quest of entertaining the masses? Let's find out.
Together they sing the Baladins hymn. This is it, their time is now. Baladins.
Hi there everybody, my name is Warwick and welcome to Warwick Reviews. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for finding us. I genuinely appreciate it. Give us a like, even subscribe if you would like to. It would help out a lot, grow the channel, and I enjoy these review videos. And it's really nice to know that people like them as well. Today, we're going to be checking out a game called Baladins, which is a up to 4-player choose your own adventure tabletop style game where you get to fulfill quests and tasks and have a really good time doing it. I do want to say thank you to Armour Game Studio and Seed by Seed for the review code. And what we'll do today, we'll go through about the basics of the game, what I thought about it, what I liked, and anything else in between. But again, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And we'll get stuck in. Baladins is a role-playing choose your own adventure style adventure game where you can play up to 4 players local co-op or online with friends or one player as well. And basically you get to craft your own story and solve quests and tasks how you like. But with that, you have to beware because every time you fail, the dragon lurking will send you back in time. So you start the game, you start your first quest, and you can choose to play with up to 4 players. For this review, I was playing by myself, but you can play up to 4 players online or local co-op. And then this is where you can choose your character. So you've got quite a few options here. So you've got the cook, the luxomancer, the dancer, the pyro, and the bard. And each character has different characteristics. So for example, pyro is quite good with like fire elements, where the cook is more about cooking, and you've got other skills and abilities with each one. You can see each skill element as you choose the character. So you can choose what type of build you want. Very similar to sort of tabletop RPGs type games. If you've played anything like that, you'll be very much accustomed to this way of things, and you pick your character and then you start the game, and this is where you get in. And as you can see, it's this wonderful, wonderful style to the game. It's like, it feels like it is like a tabletop game in style of like Paper Mario and stuff. Sort of the 2D aspect, but also 3D world. And the art style is really striking, and it's really, really awesome. It's so beautiful, so striking, and it really gets you involved in the world straight away. So you've got this quest, and you meet one of these characters who basically gives you a task to do, where for this one we have to deliver this wine, and we basically do what we need to do. And this is where you sort of get into this world, and again, you zoom out and you can see it feels like it is a tabletop RPG. Like you actually feel like you're playing this game. I would love this like in real life. If this is made into an actual board game, it'd be incredible. You've got these characters that are bouncing around, very animated and stuff. And then you've got skills and abilities that you've got, we spoke about before, but also you've got sort of movement and action points. Very similar to these types of games. So if you have any experience in these types of games, you'll be very much accustomed to it. So you've got certain movements. So for example, our character here has 2 points of movement. So we can only move 2 like spots. Thankfully, that's where we can go to our next sort of area to explore. So we move about, and it's really easy to pick up with the controls and stuff. So you do that, go to this town, and this is where the game will start telling you about how the game works and what things you can do in each town. So you've got your quests, but also there's other elements you can do as well. You can upgrade your stats by doing certain elements. You can also study things. You can do other tasks as well. You can interact with people there that is available. But all these, you have to make sure that you keep an eye on action points and make sure that you get the job done within your means, of course. You know, you can do a lot of different things, but you want to make sure that you are following your quests and stuff. If you want to, of course. If you want to, you can do your own thing. But again, you do have action points that you only have a finite amount of action points. So you've got to choose them wisely. And then you go into the next week. And each like sort of game campaign is like a 6-week cycle. And basically you need to get your quests done within that time. So make sure you're managing your time correctly, upgrading stats and abilities where needed, and making sure you're doing the right things when you need to. With that, you meet other characters and different things and stuff. There's certain elements. So for example, you got practices. So for this one here in this town, you got cook or observe merchants, and these will increase your stats. So with the cooking one, I gained 1 creation, which helps grow my stats, and this can help improve future dice rolls and future events, and also interaction with certain characters, because depending on who you speak to, you might have certain stats. So it's always good to do these extra events to increase your stats where you can. And you've also got challenges. So this is where dice comes into play. So you always have 3 6-sided dice. And depending on difficulty, I think low difficulty is 8, I think medium is 11, and high is, I think, 16. It's always good to grow these skills where you can. So here, as you can see, we rolled this number and I have my stats to increase it and was able to succeed and got a bit of coin, which will help in future adventures. So you got that there, and basically you can explore in the world. Each like town will have its own thing, new like characters, new events that are unique to that area. So some, especially if you're like playing as a group, there will be some places that will help a certain party member compared to someone else. So it's always good to sort of almost like shop around these towns and make sure you're getting the best that you can. And then we'll have a look at the menu. This is where you see like your quest log and more information about your character. For my character Pyro, I've got action points, that's 4. So I can do 4 things per week. I can like talk to someone, I can do some skills. And then once the week has reset, it resets my stats. Same with movement. My character, I've got 4 movements points, so I can move 4 spots. And you've got physique, finesse, knowledge, creation, destruction, and gold. And these stats high. I see mine is quite high destruction because I'm Pyro. I like my fire. And this is where you can sort of see your inventory stuff. You've got your quest logs. And what's really cool about quest logs is it will say what's been finished. So you can see the first one, supplies for the Peace Festival. It's already been finished. That was like the very first one. And you got which ones are active. So you've got the Spirit of Maniac and the Cork Maker. And each bit will show you what point you are at. So for example, the cork maker asks Bungus the cork maker to make a giant cork for the well. They live in a cork forest west of Mulia. That's as far as we got with that quest. So we know we have to get to the cork forest to speak to them, and then we'll unlock more dialogue and finish the quest as well. And it's really simple and easy there. And it also has like a little checklist as you go through. And also there's endings, hidden endings, and also there's rumors. Got your map. So you got different like towns or little towns within your region that you are. And then as the more you do, you unlock other regions. I think it's up to 5 regions, I believe, at the moment. And obviously it has different cities and sort of different like towns inside. So you can always explore the map where you are if you need be, a bit about it. And you've got settings. Settings are quite basic settings. So you've got like your gameplay here. So you've got English. I believe it's English. There's only like a few languages available there that I saw. Would have liked to seen a bit more. You've got text speed. So how quick text is. Auto forward time. Auto play text. So if you don't want to keep pressing the text, autoplay. There's a controller prompts. I think they recommend controller, but you can play PC and mouse. And you've got PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo controller, so the layout will change with it, which is good to see. You've got axes you can change, sensitivity, graphic settings, so you can change the quality if you want. You've got contrast, you've got blur, which is quite cool. You can actually change the font. So you actually change the font to open dyslexic, so which is easier for people to read. Got font size, screen shake intensity you can change. Hidden character layouts, if you can have layouts of the characters if you want to, you can change certain items like colorblind and stuff. And you've got audio, which is standard audio, just standard audio settings there. And then you've got your gamepad, and you can change your inputs on your controller there. So that's the settings there, which is cool to see. And yeah, basically what you do, you play the game how you want, you explore, you interact with the creatures and stuff, and you basically fulfill the quests as much as you can. And more people you play with, up to 4, they will give you extra bonus stats because you're as a group, and also helps you out fill these tasks out. Go by yourself, might be a bit more difficult because it's all on you, but you can do that. It is available to do that as well. And I had a very, very fun time with this. It's such a charming little game. It's really cool. It's quite like a bite-sized type of sort of adventure game. I know some games, especially like if you play like D&D or like big adventure tabletop RPGs, they can go on for quite a few hours, which is absolutely fine, but not everyone has that time for it. So this is very like condensed down. You can play at your own pace. You can save when you want. And you don't have to go, oh, it's going to be like 4-hour, 5-hour adventure. It can be if you want to. You really take your time, but this is designed to be like bite size, quite condensed, pick up and play with friends and sort of come back to when you want, you know, which is, I think is really, really good. Nice to have a game that you're able to just not have play on hours on end to get anywhere. Like this is very much like you've got a 6-week cycle, which is not 6 weeks in real life, but 6-week cycle in the game. And then if you don't succeed, then you have to go back and it's like a new like set of quests and stuff. And it is a really nice time. The art is incredible. It's so stylish. It looks wonderful. It plays really well. Honestly, I would pay good money for actual board game of this. Each piece is like you got a little like wooden base and you got like the character on top. I love the movements when they move, like Prancer like dancing, and so you've got Pyro like running and stuff. I think it's really cute. You got the interaction with the characters and stuff. I would have liked it have voiced, but I understand why not, because it means that when you play, you can have your own voices in your head. And for me, I've played the demo on stream on my Twitch channel, and I had a couple of friends and we actually voiced the characters, so that was fun. So I may have liked an option to have voices or not, because sometimes can be quite a lot of text to read in these types of games. There's not too much here, but it can in general. So to have the option of have them voice would have been a nice touch. But at the same time, for what they've got here, I think they've got a really good product. Something that I think a lot of people need to check out, especially if you like use table to RPGs or adventure games. I think you've pretty much on a winner here. And if you've got some friends to play with as well, I think you'll have a really, really fun time with this and don't think you can go wrong. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Armor Game Studios and Seed by Seed for the review code. I genuinely appreciate it. If you liked my review, please let us know in the comments. I would love to know what you thought. If you liked it or disliked it, if you checked out the game or the demo, would love to know your thoughts. And check out one of my other reviews. Great to have you along with the journey. But I can normally find me either making reviews or on Twitch, twitch.tv/Warwick. And you can find me on the socials, various places. But thank you so much for watching. Please take care, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.